First up for you tonight, the latest on the fight to keep the Connecticut Sun in Connecticut. Governor Lamont working on a deal to stop the team from being sold and then moving it out of state. Thank you for joining us on Eyewitness News at 6. I'm Brian Shackman.
And good evening. I'm Erin Connolly. Today, Republican lawmakers say they don't like where the money is coming from and they want more details. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is joining us now to tell us what's going on here, Susan.
Always seems to be something new, especially when you talk about the Connecticut Sun. And a lot of people would like to see the Connecticut Sun stay. But how far should the state go to keep them here? Governor Lamont wants to use some of the state's pension fund. Republicans say you're playing games with our money. Connecticut is putting up a fight to keep the Connecticut Sun from leaving. Governor Lamont is negotiating a deal to buy a minority stake in the team. The money would come from the state employee pension fund.
The state is looking to leverage a treasured asset in the state of Connecticut, that being Connecticut's pension fund. We think it is an unprecedented move. We think it deserves answers to our questions.
Republican lawmakers are critical of the deal because it involves taxpayer money, and they say there aren't a lot of details. They have sent a letter to the governor. They want to know if this is a deal for economic development or if it's an investment. And if that's the case, what would the rate of return be? And would there be a requirement for the team to stay in Connecticut for a period of time?
This is not to rule out any sort of deal if and only if it is done in the best interests of taxpayers and state employees.
The Mohegan tribe owns the team and was offered $350 million, a lot more than what they paid for it. There's been a lot of talk about moving the team to Boston or Houston. Republicans are also taking issue with the power of the state treasurer, who they say has sole fiduciary power to approve the deal. But the Connecticut state treasurer says the treasurer is a principal fiduciary, and the Investment Advisory Council has extensive powers under current law. Governor Lamont was asked, how far should the state go to keep the WNBA team?
We have a private investor who's on board with us. In fact, we get paid back first. So I think Eric Russell, the treasurer, is going to make sure this is a good, solid investment on behalf of the pensioners. And I think it's a good way to keep the Connecticut Sun here in Connecticut.
The ultimate decision, however, must come from the WNBA, no matter what deal the state negotiates. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.